Oh baby, your boy's back on the road again. This time we're in Warsaw for a little winter antics. Been exploring all week. We've got a little 24 hours just getting amongst it in search of the best coffee, the best beer waries and some local Polish food. Went to a little place, Bar Melewicka. I'll overlay it or include it in the old description down below. Says it opens at 10 AM. Thought, you know what I mean, we'll get in the mixer and get exploring why the day is but young and why there is some sunlight in the old bones. Very, very minimal sunlight, but you know what I mean, when life gives you lemons. Got there, the woman's like, no, we don't open till 11:30. Absolute horrendous bit of kit. It's like the third time this week. So yeah, if you're a Polish business watching this, get your Google hours updated. Didn't know this, but until 1596, Krakow used to be the capital. Warsaw's pretty gone, actually, to be fair. I came to Poland about 10 years ago now. I want to say Warsaw. I think it's pronounced, well, it's written Rocklaw, with myself and the old crab. And to be honest, we're going to be flying about today, seeing what the city has to offer. Completely different experience to when I came 10 years ago, in a good way, in the sense of like, we thought it was class before, but like it was, I was always worried about how to put this forward, but it was super, super cheap then. And now, because the Polish economy is absolutely rocketing, yeah, everything's pretty spendy, to be fair. Like I'll overlay where I'm staying now. It's like 55 quid a night. I think I look back and me and Crab were paying like 25. Just outrageous scene. So yeah, shout out the Polish doing bits. The tech scene is booming, and yet the coffee scene here is an absolute joke. When we get in a little couple of joints very, very shortly, we're going to talk a little bit more of that around the old prices, because I tell you what, they make London prices look pretty bloody cheap. So yeah, the Polish are absolutely smashing it, to be fair to them. But yeah, good bit of kit. See what the day has to offer. Beers, coffee, local food. Can't really ask much more than that, can you? Stop number one. It was meant to be getting some delicious local food in the bones, but we're in the fat white coffee bar, getting that sweet, sweet caffeine injection. We're going to do a little taste test in a second, but I'm going to put you on to a few little joints first that I've been to this week. Unreal gas. For me, the top place I've been to so far is XOXO. Silly flavours in there. Yeah, would highly recommend. NA Speciality Coffee would be my second one. If you're working, I would go there. There's loads of space and like really, really good Wi-Fi if you want to fire up the old laptop. And I also went to this place called Coffee Desk Karawinina, something like that. If I had one gripe about the coffee thus far, it just needs to be a tad bit hotter in terms of setup, in terms of how things look. We're talking aesthetics. I would highly recommend this gaff I'm in now. Like, unbelievable little setup. We've got a little barber shop in the backdrop. It's got loads of cool little like anime characters and stuff like that. But yeah, gun place, and there's a bit of a balls up with the order. Probably my fault. I tried to order this little bad boy. We'll get a little close up. Espresso tonic. And the lady thought I said cortado, but you know what I mean, the Polish, lovely people. She came, sorted it out, and yeah, didn't make me pay for an extra coffee. So things you love to see. Let's give this a little taste test. It's looking like a fruity number. That is one of the maddest things I have ever tasted. I thought I wasn't going to like it. I do like tonic water. I don't even know how to describe it to you. The flavours, it's so strong, powerful, potent. It's actually banging. I feel as if I've never had anything like that. That is absolutely scintillating. That might be one of the nicest things I've tried. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get a new latte and it's banging, but when it's just a completely different flavour. I even want to say like the textures in it, that is mental. You're either going to love it or you hate it. That, for me, banging. And we're on to the star of the show, the old latte, the old faithful. It's looking delicious. The artwork out here, sensational. Rumour on the circuit, I've done a bit of research, says that it is a third generation coffee scene. What does that mean? I feel as if it means they're just trying to refine, improve and fire it up. I think it is pretty expensive for coffee in general here. You do get what you pay for. Every place I've gone to has been like a banging coffee. So when I'm like putting things in order, it's like they're all a 9, 10 out of 10. But it's just a case of one is slightly better than the other. But you are looking like £4 for a latte number. But yeah, one sip of the schooner. See the score. It's rich. It's creamy. Yeah, for me, this is the best place by an absolute country mile that I've gone to this week. As I said before, if there was one improvement I would give, it's just all the coffee needs to be hotter. I could have downed that. I've had it for like 30, 40, 50 seconds. I've actually been talking for over 3 minutes. So actually, maybe the joke's on me. Make the coffee hotter. The espresso tonic has absolutely blown my mind. Double coffee. Actually, I've got 4 shots of coffee in the bone. No food. The day's but young. Chilling with these little fellas. What a gone place. It has taken me a whole week to find a local Polish place that is serving food without noticing. Food hasn't even arrived and I'm already going to recommend this place, Gosiniak, because the guy, the waiter, is the most friendly bloke. He's in the kitchen, he's looking at the spices and finding out what does and doesn't contain nuts. I know there's a few people who follow me because of like the peanuts and nut stuff. I would say it's actually a fairly challenging place here for eating out because loads of stuff has nuts in. I've been to like maybe 10 Italian restaurants this week and 10 Japanese restaurants where I always think they're the saving grace. They don't have a lot of nuts. Every single one of them had peanuts, like they put it on as a topping. So I usually think if the place has peanuts, I just completely avoid it. But this guy's in the kitchen, he's finding out what spices are in there. So yeah, I would highly recommend. Another pretty interesting thing is that like every restaurant allows dogs. So you're in like a pretty swanky cafe, you're in a nice place. And there's just a bit of Keith Lard action on the on the next table. But yeah, top drawer. And on the note of extremely friendly waiters, Polish people, everyone's super friendly. And then I know I'm saying that as a shock. I've been to Poland before, but like most people think, oh, Eastern European, not as friendly. The Polish people are elite. Every time I'm getting in the lift in my Airbnb building, every time you're walking through a door, everyone's saying thank you, everyone's saying hello. I don't speak Polish, but I'm guessing that is that's what they're saying. Smile on their faces. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the people. We are trying a little Zwiek beer. This little fella on the back actually should have held it this way. I asked the guy, I said, what beer would you recommend? He said he goes for the wheat beer. Most people would like the lager. I've already had one little sip, but you know, one more sip of the schooner. It's just absolute power in a glass. Light, fruity, refreshing. It's actually ice cold. That's another thing. We're in the depths of winter. Say the depths, it's November, it's like 1 degree or something, and the only places open, there's a few food places. I had a few places on the list, but they're not even bloody open yet on a Saturday, not till like 1, 2, 3 o'clock. It's just all ice cream parlours, so I think we need to be thinking about our target audience. Fire the hot chocolates up. But no, I'm joking. Beer's flowing, food pending, good gaff. Food has arrived. Colette, Karakarazia? Definitely not how you pronounce it. Look how big this fella is. It's the biggest pork cutlet in the absolute world. Learnt my lesson from many moons ago. Pre-cut it, so I'm not absolutely butchering the thing, pardon the pun, on the old camera. But yeah, looks elite, massive portion. Should have looked at the price, I could have told you that, but yeah. What's the cooking like on that? Tell me it doesn't have nuts in, that's all I asked for. Good bit of kit. I'm not going to sit here and say scintillating. It's not absolutely out of this world. It is exactly what it looks like, exactly what it says on the tin. A massive pork cutlet, good flavours, good bit of crisp on the outside, nice and soft in the middle. Comes with these little potatoes. You can get chips or fries for you American fellows. See what the boiled potatoes are saying. Said we'll go for the local stuff. Pork cutlet, mid to upper tier. Potatoes. Potatoes are banging. Also, getting that goodness in the system. I want to say
cucumbers with sour cream. Whoa, they are banging. A little bit of sour cream, a little bit of like spice on there, maybe like a little bit of pepper. Top drawer. First Polish meal. Definitely recommend. Beer's a banger, food plays ball. Unreal staff, he's right behind me actually. Legend of the scene. Cheers now, get it on the list.
Not that anybody trusts anything the BBC says nowadays. However, I'll check the old forecast for the weekend. The weather was like so bad. It's meant to be like raining 95%. Is that 95% chance it rains or 95% of the area? I'll let you tell me. Anyway, Thursday, I was like banging weather. We'll come down, get a few MP4 files of the old town, which is stunning, known as the Phoenix City Rising from the ashes. 85% of it got destroyed during World War II, and obviously it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's actually unbelievable. Like super nice views, gorgeous buildings, silly colours. It's like anything though, like when the sun is on it, when the sun is out, it's just a lot nicer. So I thought I'll come down when it's the best day, did a little run, little 10k, and got the delicious videos for you guys. Came out today expecting heavy rain. The weather's actually pretty nice. It's a lot warmer than the other day. Not as sunny, but equally as top drawer. I went to a little place called Keret House, which I'm seeing rumours on the circuit is the smallest house in the entire world. If anyone knows the smaller one, please let me know. Can you see anything from the outside? Absolutely not. It was 92 centimetres across. I saw some pics of what it looks like inside. Does it look flare? I was about to say it looks flare. It looks like a horrendous bit of kit. You'd need to be one of the borrowers to live in there. 92 centimetres, 3 rulers across. So yeah, you're not getting much done there, but there's like a bearded kitchen, all sorts. I'm not even sure. Is that art? Is somebody living there? It's a horrendous bit of kit. Nonetheless, there is a cool little statue of a mermaid in the centre of the old town in Warsaw. Apparently wields a little sword protector of the old city. But yeah, for me, like, I've been exploring all week, like all over Warsaw. There's just stunning buildings all over the gaff. If you're only here for a weekend or you're only here for a day, I would 100% base yourself in and around the old town. I think this is like the more beautiful part, let's just say. But obviously you've got the palace, you just got absolute ruthless scenery left, right and centre. I've never seen as many churches. So yeah, it's top drawer, highly recommend. Good gaff, flare buildings. One of many gripes, now I'm joking about the nut thing, but I was like, oh, go get another beer somewhere. All the brew taps, all the places serving the ice cold beer warriors, they don't open till 1 o'clock. Maybe that is just the English, the British in me. Fire up from early doors. You fire up from brunch, early bath and bed, Houdini, and yeah, we go again tomorrow. But yeah, gonna go fly about the place. I find another little coffee joint to just keep me ticking over until 1 o'clock. I've got about 45 minutes, so another little coffee. See you through for the day. Can it top the gaff this morning? We'll soon find out, baby. Whilst perusing through the old town, colourful buildings, sun in the distance, National Stadium. We've seen a few Netherlands fans after the game yesterday in search of NA speciality coffee bar, and there was just a little flicker, a little glimmer in the distance, whispering, winking over my way. I turn round. It was only the luck of the bloody Irish. The timing on point. Have you ever seen a more delicious looking drink? You put a Guinness, which is a straight 10 out of 10, getting that iron, getting that black stuff in the system, and you mix it with a grenade glass, the most elite level drinking vessel in the entire world. Unbelievable scenes. We're gonna have to give it a little taste test. Obviously we're on a 500ml, because we're in Europe, not a little pint wari, but I think in a grenade, it has to be elite. £6 a pint? How much it is? Something around that. Yeah, £6 a pint. £6 per 500ml. Schooner won't be happy about that. It's looking all watery as chips, but it doesn't look it, but it's really creamy. It's not getting a top 10, but it seriously plays ball. 12:30 on a little Saturday. That shows the absolute degenerate behaviour we're dealing with here. Looking for a coffee, ended up in the Irish pub, firing them up, waiting for the rest of the Polish bars to open. But yeah, literally right off the main square in the old town. If you want a little Irish number, let me get the name up on my phone. It is called I was just about to read the name. I took a picture of it outside, and I was going to go, oh, it's called Alawandowicka. Irish pub in Polish. Cheers now. G-Dubs is in disarray. Thanks for coming. In a grenade? Has that ever been done before? Elite behaviour. That's power. The day's flowing. The day's firing. In the pursuit of Warsaw's best beer, Wari, we've had to come to a little local brew tap over about 20 minutes ago, and it is Sergio Ramos in there. We're talking Robert Lewandowski, may as well be sat in there. There's queues to get in, people literally gone away, it's that bloody busy. But yeah, same quality. I will overlay all the beers now. We've got a number 1, we've got a number 5, we've got a number 7, we've got a number 9 and a number 10. We've got a litre of beer. Is that a litre or is it a litre and a half? I'm not quite sure. We're starting off with this little fella here, the Polish lager. Starts me to go on. Yes. 5.5%
5%, full of flavour. For a lager, for me, that's really, really nice. I'd say it's a little bit in between, to be fair. Not too fizzy, blow your head off like a Peroni or like a UK lager, which is not normally my sort of vibe. Good bit of kit. Number 2, we've gone for. I said, what did you recommend? They said, you're a legend. That's the beer name. We did. Is that 7.7%? That's never a good sign. This is what we're on. Legend of the Sea. Smells disgusting. It tastes like bacon. Horrendous bit of kit. Right, we're moving on to the full supersonic. This is where G-Dubs normally plays his best ball. The hazy IPA, delicious colours. I'm expecting equally delicious nose to get this rancid taste of bacon out of the old system. The smells, the notes, it's whispering, it's singing. What are the notes, Kaz? Notes of absolute naughtiness. Nectar of the gods. That's what Shady Beyond. It's a little session number. What sort of doing? Like 6%. There's absolutely Leslie Bond in here. That is delightful. I go back to no one there now. That second bit was the worst bit I've ever had in my entire life. I'd rather drink Foster's. That's disgusting. We're on the Wheeler, the Irish Dry Stout. Can't usually go wrong with one of these fellas. I had to fall off my chair. Oh, that is smelling ridiculous. The coffee smell of that is unbelievable. The hazy IPA would be the session for me, but it is absolutely a lead. Final one. People going in the back, we've got the Export Indian Porter, number 10. One final sip of the schooner. That plays ball. Number 9 for me, Irish Dry Stout or the hazy. We're in for an absolute session. Pure beer heaven, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. If you like cervezas, if you like beerwaries, I would even argue this is the place to come to. Insane amount of seating. We've got stag doos in the backdrop. We've got the old foosball elite. Look at this behind me. The wall is literally made with beer caps. Beer cap, porn, wari, naan. Anyway, back to doing what we do best, drinking some of the old cervezas. We're going to start with the loosest one first. We're on the wheat beer. This little fella, I said, what is the top recommendation wheat beer with orange, raspberry and honey? Not something I would normally order. It smells delicious, but it smells fruity as chips. Tell you what, I'd love to know the percentage of that, because that just tastes like pure fruit juice. You like fruit juice, you like Robinsons, you like the old summer fruits, that's going to play absolute ball. Next up we have the No Hazy IPA, New Zealand number. Look at this little fella. Delicious, fruity, gorgeous colours running through the bloke. This, you can only do 0.3s in here. There's a few things you get like the smaller amounts, but limited selection. What you can do is a little taster, but serious, it's singing, it's singing. You can't beat them, you cannot beat them. The hazy IPAs, they're light, they're fruity, they're fresh, a little bit of fizz. For me, this fella, they're always gonna be up there. And the final They had about 10 stouts on, they only had one porter. I was like, oh, what are the options on porter? And the one was like, said whatever it was. She was like, oh, we only do it in a whatever size because it's 13.8 or 12.8. And I thought, you know what, that is Normandy Padre. That's early bath and bed territory. So yeah. I'm just going to whiff this around the camera as if you can smell it, as if you can take it in, because the notes of dark chocolate and coffee are absolutely ruthless. That is phenomenal. Chocolate, dark chocolate, coffee, serious bitter kit. Yeah, myself, the porters, the IPAs, the hazy IPAs are always going to be top tier beer waris in here. Unreal. It was £10.50 for 300 mils. So I'll say for this quality of beer, good bit of kit. Cheers now.
Warsaw, another city boxed off. I went to 2 extra places and I did vlog in them. First time like doing like a in-restaurant food vlog in like quite like a busy place. And yeah, obviously there is a steep bell curve between beers, chat flowing, having a good time. As you've seen, it slowly disintegrates, deteriorates, and just goes absolutely downhill. So yeah, I'm not going to include that, but the place I went to was like pepper and steak or steak and pepper. Food was absolutely banging, to be fair. Got a little 300 gram ribeye steak, got some sweet potato fries which were elite. They gave me popcorn, which I thought was pretty left field, but of course they must have thought there's a bloody spectacle on our hands. Hodegargen beer or Budweiser. So I would have liked to have seen a little Polish number on the menu. However, the rest of the day I was treated to the delicious beers. For me, coffee, chocolate porters, and the old hazy IPAs are always going to reign supreme. And then I went to another brewery afterwards. So if I thought the content from the restaurant was bad, oh baby, when I watched at the final brewery, I was like, yeah, these two can never see the light of day. But yeah, it was like 30 quid in the restaurant for like steak, sweet potato fries, a little beer wari. So yeah, insane value. Currently in Moldova, just about to finish actually the Moldova vlog. But yeah, for me, Warsaw was class. Coffee was silly expensive. Beers were pretty much the same price or cheaper than the coffee, which tells you everything you need to know. Hold the caffeine and get straight on the old beer waris. But yeah, the world domination, the world tour continues. Moldova now, fly to Armenia tonight, so the content will be coming thick and fast. Questions in the comments, follow me on Instagram, drop me a subscription down below, and remember, babe, the chef is always cooking. Let's get it.